Hi. So is my voice is audible? Okay. So today we are going to learn about how to create a login form. So today basically we can say like it's a concept of how we can use a layout concept. So in this concept today we are going to see this type of design. Okay, so this is a design we are going to do. So now you can see this designing part. So you can observe that different parts is there. So this is one part and this is another part and this is another part and this one is another part and these are different parts. And these everything is integrated to design this particular screen. So now I'll show you how we are going to design this type of structure by using a new project. Okay, so this is actually our output today. So after completing of our designing, we are able to see this type of designing. Okay, so I'll continue. So here I already opened my Android. So here I'm going to create a new project. For that, I just click on File, and here I'm going to take a new, and here I have an option like new project. So this is a way how you're going to create a project actually. So from this, here you are finding different types of activities. So from that, I'm going to choose this empty activity. So just click on this empty activity and click next button. And here you have to give the name for your project. Suppose if I'm going to design a login form, so here I'm given the name of my project is login form. So you can use camel case so that the first letter it will be a small letter and the last one is if you are combining any of two words, then definitely the second word it must be a capital. So like this way you can now is my voice is audible. So here we have to give name for a project. So here I'm given a login form, and now whatever the name you are given and that you are going to see for your application. Yeah, fine. శృతి, నువ్వు చెక్ చేసుకో ఒకసారి. వాయిస్ నీ వైపు నుంచే ప్రాబ్లంలా ఉంది. ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసుకో. Okay, fine. So now we have to give a project name here. So here I'm given a login form, and here it is going to create a package. See here, for every project, the package name is going to be changed. So because of this reason, even you have a code, you never copy that code completely from the scratch. Okay. So because for everyone, you can create your project in your system so that the packages names it is going to be changed, right? So here for my project, it is going to be created package like com.example.login form. So this is my location where my project is saved. For me, it is saved in C drive, Android Studio projects. And here in the same folder, again, I'm having the same name with another project. Because of that, it will create me another name, that is login form 2. Okay. So if you don't have that same name in your folder, it will give you the same name what you given for your project. So this is your save location. And here we have two options like Java and Kotlin. So here we are going to design our projects using backend as Java. So for that you have to choose Java here. And after that, this is a minimum SDK. So this minimum SDK will says that, so your app, whenever you are creating your application, if someone is installed into their mobile, so how much percentage of Android mobile people can use your application? So now here you have different versions like API 21, 22, 23, and so on up to 33. This will be the upper version. So you can choose any of the version so that you can find out here how much percentage of people can able to run your application. So you have to choose a minimum thing. So because of that reason, so I'm choosing API 21. So if you choose API 21, this is an Android version of 5. So which is a version of Lollipop. So now you can see here 98.8 percentage of people in their devices, they can able to run your application in their mobiles. So this is very important because whatever you design, and that it must be useful for many people. So you have to choose carefully this one. So now click on the finish button. So you have to wait for some time because your project is going to be built. So here you can see at the bottom, you can see here Gradle build model. So it is going to be built your project. So you have to wait until your app structure is completely opened. See here, now my project is open. So here I have, whenever your project is created, right, it is going to be given you two things like app and Gradle script. So you just tap on this app, you can see your entire project structure. So this is your manifest file, right? So this manifest file is going to be changed for each and every project. Okay. And here, this is your Java folder. So there you can see your Java files. And in this resources, we have again different folders like drawable, layout, bitmap, values, and XML. So this structure, you have to understand, this is very important because whatever you want to deploy into your application, that everything you can put into these folders. So it depends on your requirement. Like you have to take any images and you have to put into your application so that you have to place all those images into drawable folder. And in this layout folder, you can find out that the main activity XML file. See here, this is your interface where we can drag and drop your components and you can build your user interface. So this is your activity main XML. So don't panic when you open your project, nothing is displayed on your screen. Just go with this layout option and click on this activity underscore main.xml. So you can able to see this designing part. So MipMap is a folder where your icons is going to be created. See, for example, your like your application is having some icon. See, for example, in your mobile, you are going to install any of applications from Play Store. So every application is having some icon. So that is uniquely identify that particular application. So that everything you are going to design with this MipMap option. So now you can see here by default. So there will be two things. One is icon launcher and second one is icon launcher round. So you can see here. So whenever your application is installed into your application, you can able to see this type of symbol into your mobile. Right? See here you are creating a virtual device. So when you are running your project, so it is going to be launched your project into your mobile itself. You can see this particular icon. So this is a default icon design. So in for your project, if you want to change this icon and you are going to create those things in this folder. And here we have another folder like values. So in this values folder, again you are finding two things. One is colors.xml and second one is strings.xml. So we are going to learn about this colors.xml and strings.xml more about in brief in future. So but as of now, we are going to learn about this colors.xml and strings.xml as of what we required. So I just opened this colors.xml file. Now you can see whatever the colors that is primarily used for your application is already defined in this resource folder. See, this is your resource tag. So in this resource, all the colors are defined. And now if you want to use any new color, so you cannot use directly those colors into your application. So first of all, you have to include those colors into this resource folder. So like the same way, color name, and you have to provide the color name here, and here you have to provide the hexadecimal value. So I'll show you a little bit later how you're going to insert a colors here. And then here a strings.xml for this project. I'm not going to show you strings.xml file how you're going to use, but in your project, we are going to define names for our views, like it may be of a text view, edit view, button or something. So we have to uniquely create an IDs for that. So for that we have to define some strings. So those things we can say like hard code. So it will give you that error, but your app is going to be run. So later, once we have some idea how we are going to create all these things, then we focus on the strings.xml. So as of now, you can see here again this strings.xml is also coming from your resource. So here we have to provide string name. So by default, whatever the name you are given for your application, that is going to be taken defaultly here. So for my project, I am given login form. So because of that, it will save this particular string. That is my app name is login form. Okay. So this is about the things we have to know before we are going to design the things what we require. So for this project, we don't need this main activity .java file because we are doing a front-end design. Like see here, we are doing the front-end design. So we are not adding any functionality. So I think in previous project, I think you all executed this activity lifecycle. So there you observe that this main activity.java, there you are going to override some functions like on start, on restart, on pause, on resume, on all these things. So for this today's project, we are designing a simple login form. Just it consisting of some of the components like text fields, edit boxes, image view, and button. There we are not providing any functionality to the button. Just we are designing a structure. So for that, no need of any Java functionalities here. So today we simply focusing on this activity underscore main.xml file. So now here you have to understand one more thing. This is your app structure. So this is your entire project structure, and this is your palette where you can find different types of components. See, this is a common components is available like text view, buttons, image view, recycler view, fragment content view, and scroll view, switch, and all these things. For text, again we have different types of options. For buttons, again we have different types of buttons. For widgets, different we have. For layouts, different we have. So these are different components. So like in future, so in future we are going to use all the different types of components from this palette to design different interfaces. Okay, so for today's class we are using only a few of the components like text fields, I mean text view, edit text, and one image view for displaying the logo, and one button. Okay, and today we are focusing on a layout concept, and we are discussing about a linear layout. See here, I'm created a project, right? So here you can see these are the different things you can identify. Like your see for example, it consists in two parts like app and Gradle script. Under this app, everything is available for you. So here under this Java, you are finding your main activity Java file, and in resources, we have a different folders like drawable, layout, bitmap, values, and XML. So from among of all these folders, you are focusing on these four folders like drawable folder, and here we have to put all your images. So whatever you want to take into your application, and every image you are going to copy here. So from this drawable folder only you can take the images. No other possibility is there. For layouts here, so here we have only one layout, that is one XML file, that is activity underscore main XML file. So that is only you are finding under this layout folder. And after that we have a bitmap. So here for example, for our application we have to create some icons. Suppose see for example, you are creating a menu bar. In that navigation you have menu options like home, like logout, some profile, and all these things, and every option is having some icon for easy reference, and those icons you are going to prepare in this bitmap options. Okay, and here in this value we have two options like color.xml and string.xml, and all your colors, right? See, you can these are predefined colors, so which is already used in your project design. So now if you want to add any colors manually, you're going to add here. So that is under the resource. So in this resource I'm going to add only the colors. So for this strings.xml, so here by default, whatever the application name you are given, and that simply is taken here. So in future, what we have to do is, so for every component, we have to give some names for uniquely identifying that. So for this project, I'm not taking any strings for identifying the components. So in future, we are going to give any identities and everything. So then we are going to define a strings here. Okay. So this is, so now So this is your palette. So here you can find all your components which you can use to design your user interface. Okay, and here you can see this is your activity main.xml. This is your things, and this is the view how you're going to, and this is a designing view. Okay, see, you can identify the things here. See, this is one text view here. So now you go with your component tree. So here you can find out your entire project things. So here what layout is designed, and in that layout what are the components we have. So that everything you can see in this component tree structure. So now here you have an options like code, split and design. And here on right corner you can find finding the device manager, right? So from this device manager only you can choose your virtual device. Okay, for me I'm created two virtual devices and I'm going to run my project with Pixel 5 API 33. Okay, so I'm using this emulator. Okay, so for your project also you are creating some emulator and your project is run using that particular emulator. So you can use the same thing again. It is going to be tap the icon, and here you can see you want to see only the code part. So now you can just click on this code option. So now you can able to see only the code. And when you are using design option, you can see only the design. So when you go with a split option, you can able to see your code and your design part also. And now we start designing whatever we are trying to design in today's session. So before I'm going to design that structure, I'll show you the things in Paint first. So what exactly I'm doing in that project. So first of all, in your project, you can identify that here we have a layout. See here you are finding, here it is a constraint layout. In that constraint layout, you have your text view. So text view is like a label. So we cannot physically change this one. It's not like a edit text, right? So edit text is nothing but your text field. So where your cursor is going to be blinked, and there you can make the entry whenever you required. For coming to this text view, we cannot make any changes for this. We can view the things. That's it. Okay. So here it is my design part. So here you can see in today's session we are going to design this type of structure. So like you can identify that here we have one background, and from that background in foreground we have login form. So it's a label, and here it is a logo which is an image view, and here we have edit text because you are going to enter your first name, last name, and your email ID and mobile numbers here. So because of that, we are going to use the edit view options, and this is your button. And here it is a text. This is used for giving some hint like don't have an account, you have to create. So this is a view we are trying to create today, right? So for that, what exactly I did is, so here I'm taking one layout. So here I'm taking one layout, and this layout is linear layout, right? Simply this layout is a linear layout. This is a linear layout. So by this linear layout, your component is going to be created in a linear fashion. That is one by one. It is going to be inserted like a cube. So in a linear layout. So this is your linear layout. And again, this linear layouts, I'm going to create a nested layouts. Why? Because here, if I'm drag and drop into a components here, so it is going to be inserted in a order. So now I want to make it as a fixed, and it will be in a good manner. So what simply I'm going to do is I'm creating inside a nesting of layouts. So simply what I did is I'm taking this is a text view. So because text view is nothing but it's like a label, because I want to give as a login form here. So for that here I'm using a text view, and after that I'm using one image view. So this is a image view. So where I'm inserted my logo. So this is image view. And after that, what I did is, so what we have next in our design, see this is a label and this is our logo. And after that I have two options like first name and last name. So for this what I did is I'm taken one linear layout. So in this linear layout, again I'm inserted two edit text. So these are two edit text views I'm inserted in this linear layout. So this is again a linear layout. So in this linear layout, again I inserted two edit views. So now it is a edit view so that you can able to give some text here, right? So because of that I'm using edit views here. And after that you can see in our design what we require next. We have a single, see here when I tap on this you can identify these are different parts. This is one section and this is another section. In this section you are finding two components and this is again one section. So for this what I did is I'm directly taking edit text here. So this is a edit text. But because here also I'm going to enter my email ID. And after that, again I'm creating a linear layout. So again this is my linear layout. So in this linear layout, again I'm taking two different types of components. So that is, one is button. So this is a button. That is a login button. And here it is a mobile number. Right? So this is your mobile number. And after that, almost my design is completed here, and after that I am given one hint like if you don't have any account and just you have to create. So for that what I did is, so here I'm taking one more text view because I want to display, I don't want to edit anything in my interface, so simply I'm going to use my text view. So now you are finding these many of things in that particular designing part. So now the same structure we are going to design in our Android application. Okay, so for here you can find for our application I'm given one background and that is an image actually. So I'm downloaded one image, so which I am taken as my background image for my project. And after that I have my logo, so I'm taken that logo and I'm going to insert that into my image view. Okay, so now we are move on to the designing part. So now you can see, see here, by default, it will give you a constraint layout. So the constraint layout is somewhat difficult to design. So what we are simply doing is just we are removing this layout, and instead of this, we are creating a linear layout. See, once you click on this linear, you can identify the layout here. You just tap on that. Okay. So see here, now my layout is changed from constraint layout to linear layout. And you can see these changes in your palette component tree also. See here, you are finding a linear layout here. And this is by default horizontal. This is a orientation. Means whether your uh, components is going to be arranged in a horizontal way or vertical way. So that is a orientation. So by default, it is taken as a orientation as horizontal. So I'll show you that. What do you mean by this orientation, horizontal and vertical? So first of all, I just remove this text view. Now you can see in your design part also, you didn't find any text views here. So every layout or components and everything is having some properties. Like we can define those properties by using the attributes. Okay, so we'll start with that. And again, here you can see layout. So what type of layout we are using here? Linear layout. So for that linear layout, this is your width and height. Okay, so this is going to be matched with your parent. So this is your parent layout actually. So what we are trying to do is we have to take this layout which match with the parent. So now we have to occupy your layout entire your screen. So because of that we are taking match parent. Okay, and we have another option for this also, that is a wrap content. So when we are going to use the wrap content is, so whenever we want to take your part as of your content is there, so then you go with an option of wrap content. Okay, so here we have an option like match parent. So see here, our components is added in horizontal, that is a orientation. So I'm going to change my orientation. So now you just click ORIE and it will show you an option. You just give, see here you are finding two options, horizontal and vertical. So horizontal is nothing but it's like a side by side it is going to be added your components. Whenever you are given a vertical, so now it is going to be added one next another. So for my project, I want to take all my components like this way. Means, see, when you given a horizontal, it is going to be added like this. When you given a vertical, it is going to be added like this. So this is one component, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So now this for entire linear layout, it should be vertical, right? It should be vertical. So because of that, here I'm taken my orientation is vertical. Okay. And after that, so we have an option like padding. So what is a padding is, so padding is nothing but it will give you a space. So if you are not given a padding, so what it happens is, whatever the components you are inserted, see here, when I'm given a vertical, now your components is going to be arranged in this way, right? You are finding here. So whatever the components you are added, and those components is going to be started from the corner. So now we require some space. So for that, we have to use the padding option. So here you just click on padding. Now you can find out here are many options like padding top, padding bottom, padding right, padding left. So simply you can give a padding option and you can give some DP. So now it will give you that space for all corners like top, bottom, left and right. It will give you the same size of space. Okay, so here I'm not interested to give a same space in all time, all ways. So here I'm going to choose each and everything like padding top. So here padding top I'm given 10 dp. Okay, now you can see here in this designing part you are finding some space here. So that is a 10 dp of space on a top. So here I'm taking padding left. So left is nothing but this side. So here I'm going to give a space of 25 dp. So now you can see on left here it is going to give a 25 pixels of a space. And then here I'm going to add padding. Bottom. So here I'm given padding bottom is 10 pixels, mean 10 dp. And after that here I'm given a padding right. So on right hand side. So on right side I'm given a padding of 25 dp. So these are the spaces, means after I'm arranging all my components into my layout, so that is a space it is going to given for four sides. On top it is going to leave 50 dp, on from left it is going to give a 25 dp, and bottom it is going to leave a 10 dp, on right side it is going to leave a 25 dp of space. And after that here, now I want to give a background for this entire layout. So for that what I'm going to do is, right, so here it is a drawable folder, right? So whatever the background you are going to insert here, here you are going to download and copy it into this drawable. So I'm taken here, see search here like background images for mobile, you can search. So now you're going with an images option, you're finding different things. So from that here suppose if I'm interested with this, simply I just save this image. Suppose if I save this image as image 1, so on my desktop I just save this image. Okay, so it can't be of web, definitely it will be in a form of jpg or png. Otherwise, don't download that. Right? You can choose JPG. So here I'm choosing this one. So I just save this image. On desktop, I'm going to save with image.jpg. So simply what I'm trying to do is I can go with my desktop, and here I just copy and paste into this drawable. So you have to choose this one and click on OK. So after this, you can find out this image.jpg is going to be added in your drawable folder. So now I just want to give a background for my this. Here I'm going to give a background option. So for this background, you can directly give a color or an image. So here I'm interested to give this image. So here I'm click on my image name, so that here you can identify drawable slash image. You just click on this. And now you can see a designing part. You can identify that your background is set with that background, whatever you are given. So now what I need to do next? So now I just want to take one text view. So in this text view, I'm going to give login form. So for that, here after this main activity, so here I'm going to take text view. You just click on T, it will give you an options. Here you can choose text view. So now here we need to take a text view, and that text view width and height we need to set. So here I need to set with a wrap content, and here it is also a wrap content. And now we have to give a name for that. So for that we have to choose a text. So here I want to give it as a login form. See, now you can observe that here the text view is given, and you can find, see here the gaps. This is a 50 dp, and on left hand side we are given 25 dp, right? So this is a login form, and after that you can make means you can change the color for this. So for that we have to give a text color. Here we have to give text color. So these are different colors which is already available for me. If I want to change a color, so what I need to do? So here go with color pixel. So color picker, and from this we have to choose. Suppose if I'm given a green color, so this color I'm going to choose. So now I just copy, and what we need to do? We just go to colors.xml, and here you are going to add. So color name is equals to, in double quotations you have to give that color and then close this tag. sorry, here we have to give a name. So this is a green color, right? So we have to give a green color, and here we need to copy your hexadecimal value. So now coming to your main XML, and here we have to choose green. So now you can identify that color is available. So here you can see here, and then we have an options like text style. So when you choose this, it will give you an options like italic, bold, normal. So I can choose italic and bold also. So it is going to apply both italic and bold. And now I want to change text size. So I want to increase the text size. So what simply I'm going to do here, I'm going to give like 28 SP. So now you can see here the size is increased. You want to have more the size, then you can give like this. Okay. And then now you want to set this into center. So for that what we have to do, we have to use a gravity. So we have to choose this layout gravity, and here you have to select center horizontal. So now you can see your text view is going to be align center in a horizontal. If you are given a vertical center, it is going to be like this. Okay. So after this, so now I can close my text view like this. So after that, what I have, I need an image view. So for that, you can take image view. So for that image view, so you can take match with parent, because your view, it must be the entire layout. So when we said like math parent, so what it is going to be matched? It is going to be matched with your parent layout. So what is a parent layout for this? This linear layout is a parent layout for this text view and image view. So when you given like match with parent, so whatever the width you are given, and that is going to be taken. So the entire space it is going to be occupied. And for height, so your logo is going to be with a small size. So for that reason, I'm given here 100 dp. So now you can see in view, it is given in this space. So now you can identify that there is no space between this login form and image view. So for that, what we have to do, we have to give a space. So for giving a space, we have to use a padding. So where we have to give a padding option. So here we have to give a padding option after this login form. So because of that reason, here I am using padding. So on what? Bottom. So I'm choosing padding bottom here. So now I can give, suppose for example, some 50 dp padding here. So now you can identify that there will be a space between your image view and, okay, so there will be a space in between your login form and image view. And after that, here now it is going to be insert your logo here. So for that you have to use source. So this is also taken from your drawable, because all your images is going to be taken from drawable folder itself. So what I'll do is, so I'll take my image, I just copy and paste into this drawable. So again you just click on OK. So here we have to give logo. So it is given like this. So now you can see and your logo is inserted here. And now again for see here at designing part, you are finding some space between login form and this logo. Again we have a space between this and the next one. Again what we have to do, we have to use a padding bottom here, and whatever the space you want, and that much of space we have to give here. So this is 25 dp, so I'm giving some space after this. So now you can close this image view. And after that, so these two part as of now we completed. One text view we completed and one image view we completed. And after that we need to create a linear layout. So for this linear layout, what simply we have to do is, so here we have to take linear layout, and now it should be match with, okay, so you have to take this linear layout and width, and then height, it will be a wrap content. So whatever the contents we are given, and that much of height of layout only we want to create. So because of that reason we are given a wrap content here. And here, so we need a orientation horizontal, because we want to insert to edit text side by side. So because of that reason, the inner linear layout is in horizontal. So the orientation given as a horizontal. And after that, here I have to, so in between I want to take to edit text. So I just see here. So this is a edit text. So I just copy and paste this things. So now you can see here. Here I'm going to add these two edit text. You can see here. See, this is one layout and this is another layout. And you can see here I'm given layout weight is 1. If you're not given a layout weight, what it will do is, so it is going to be take all your components side by side. See, now you can observe that if I'm not given any weight, see, the size is not unique. So it will take one complete place and it will given a small space. So now if you are given here the weight is 1, so the total weight it is taken as 2. So the entire space it is going to be arranged only 2 components. So that is a layout weight 1 and 1. And here I have to close this linear layout because I already given in your design part itself. See, I'm taking one layout. In that layout, I'm going to add these two text views. So for this text views, I just give a hint option only. I cannot do more than that. I just give a hint. So it will show you like first name and last name. So after this layout, so I have one edit text again for taking email ID. See here, this is directly taken for the same. So here we are taken edit text. So now you can see. So here you can see here the width I'm taken match parent. Because of that reason, it will take the entire part. Okay. So suppose here you are given a wrap content. So now you can find out the difference here. See, only the content part. Here the text is email ID, right? Up to that only the space is allocated. So in order to avoid this, what we have to do, we have to give a match parent. So now you can see the entire part it will taken. And after that, again I'm taken one more linear layout. In that linear layout, I'll take one edit text and one button. So see, So I'll take one linear layout. In that linear layout, I consider one edit text and one button. So now this linear layout is closed here. So up to this, see here. Okay, so in color XML, I'm going to add yellow color. Color name is equals to yellow. And for this, I have to pick this color. Suppose if I consider this as yellow color, so I can take this hexadecimal value and okay, now you can see this one. And here I need to give that color yellow. Okay, now you can see here, and as of this is similar to your previous edit text. And here why I'm given again by weights, because in a same linear layout I'm going to insert two, so it will take an equal spaces. Because of that, I'm going to give my layout weight is 1. So mobile number is a edit text, and here you can find out this is your button. So on this button I'm taken a wrap content, because my width and my height is also a wrap content, and weight I'm given as 1, and text I'm given as login. And here I'm choosing the text color is yellow, and text style is italic, and text size is 14. So if you want to increase, then you can give like this. Okay, and this linear layout is also closed. And after that, so I'm taken one text view in another linear layout. So I just copy. Okay, now you can see here. So here in this linear layout, I just again I'm taken wrap math with parent as my width, and height is wrap content. And here I'm taken the orientation is horizontal, because I have only one text view. So in this text view, so I don't have a color red in my this one. So color XML, we need to add the another color also. So here I need to add color name is equals to red. If I'm going to add, then I'm given like this. So I can take a hexadecimal value for red. So now you can find dark red color. So copy this hexa code and then paste it here. So now you can give that value here. So in your activity main, so here you can give red color. Now it is accepted. Okay, so it is given. Suppose if you want to, here I'm taken again text size, text alignment is center, and padding top, because I want to give a space before this one and this one. And you can give a padding bottom here for this component, or else you can give a padding top here. Okay, so here suppose for example, um, if you want to give a style also, then you can give like this text style. So it will be italic, right? So now you can see. So this is our entire view. So because of the time constraint, I just copy and paste the thing, because the same thing I think you all understand this. So this is your edit text, and you can set your width and height. So I'm taking a wrap content of my edit text. And here, because I want to take only the part of my text. That is only the thing I require, because of I'm taken a wrap content. So if you given like a match parent, it will be like this. The entire thing it is going to be take. So I just run this. Okay, it is. So now you can see after run your project. So this is my background, and this is my logo, and this is my login form and everything. So I'll just send this code also. Just go through. So try to design your login form in your own way. You can take your own background and some logo. And if you want to take any other fields, you have to, then you can change this fields also. So I'm given like here a first name, last name, email ID and something. And if you want to change, you can change those fields also. Okay.